respected delegates and faculty members available present in this session. It's a very important discourse, evolving scheme of things happening across India. As healthcare is a state subject, there are certain things which are in central and others in concurrent, and health system as such running is the responsibility of the states. So various states have diverse political governance, and it is not necessarily has to be the same as with the central government. And as you see, Delhi government is different, West Bengal government is different, Kerala government is different. There may be power changes, and so policies also dynamically change. Some schemes of center are implemented, some they are not, because they are not legally or constitutionally binding. But traditionally, this all has evolved from the Bore Committee report. The envisaging of the comprehensive primary health care has evolved from the Bore Committee, but it virtually went into fragmentation of even public health services and also hospitalist services. So public health services largely we see as vertical disease-based programs. There are 36 or so, which is selective primary care. Now, as we are moving towards universal health coverage, the financial tool which covers the medical illnesses has to be defined in terms of comprehensively at the community level, because only programs cannot address the comprehensivity of the clinical problems that may come to a medical officer in the system. So many states have this parallel system of having medical officers for programs and medical officers who do the general duty medical, address the medical problems in different parts of the country. And their training mostly has been different, diverse, according to the needs of the community and the states. And they receive many courses of different types of administration, public health, immunization, maternal child health, life-saving anesthesia skills, emergency obstetrics skills. So many courses, ultrasound skills are already being imparted as bits piece, meal piece kind of arrangement, which is done. But now, as we see, many states, even Kerala, they have started calling their primary health centers family health centers. And like in Andhra Pradesh, we have this political will to call this entire primary healthcare system the family doctor system. So, and in central level, we see the Health and Wellness Center in their documents mentioning that medical officers need to have family medicine skills. So this all is coming in a way and moving in a direction. We heard Professor P.K. Paul from Niti Aayog, and the idea is that gradually we need high care, primary care in the primary health centers where we can manage majority of the morbidity, so that we do not have the spillover of the morbidity into the tertiary care or its cost into the tertiary care, because it is very difficult to cover through the Ayushman Bharat program if we want to expand to every citizen of India. Currently, it was a poor section, and then now to 70 plus age group. And for that, the financial sustainability, it is important that we have efficient gatekeeping in the community level, where majority of the common problems can be settled at the early stage, so that they do not evolve into complicated end stages, high cost incidences. Like cancer screening is important, like clinical prevention is important at the community level, even early diabetes. All this screening is happening, but that is still going through a referral funnel to tertiary care, overloading our district hospital, medical college hospitals, private hospital. So a training program which covers comprehensively the clinical problems available in the community level for the medical officers is a necessity of the time, and we have been thinking about this. As one of the first programs we did in pilot was with our colleagues at AIMS Kalyani, and we developed a program which is called Foundation Courses Family Medicine. It's a 7-day course where we had 2-hour sessions every day, and which could be something addressing what you said, short duration course, so that people have a principle and the basics of the common problems. So this foundation course was attended by some 400 people online, and this can be compressed into 2-day course, 7-day course, and we need repeated, sessions of it at local level, international level, and because it has been already tested, we can implement it. For example, in your state, in Andhra Pradesh. Similarly, if you look at our documents, we have these discussions of placing family doctors or family physicians in the concept of medical officers. In 2002 or so, by WHO, there was a meeting in Colombo, and then there was another meeting in 2011 in Indonesia, Jakarta, where they've given the curriculum at all levels, 3 levels. One, a basic course, intermediate course, and postgraduate course. All this has been curriculum differentials are mentioned in that, and AFPI could develop from those documents. It is already written, we need not reinvent the whole cycle of it. From those documents, we get the curriculum and get our faculty. We have national faculty all over India, all over resource persons from different parts of India, different AIMS institutions, other medical colleges. You can develop a list of credible faculty and then work on those lists, basic level, intermediate level, and full-time, the postgraduate level. Full-time postgraduate level is, of course, will be delivered through the National Medical Commission or the AIMS mandate, but the short-term skill enhancement program, which is part of our national health policy. In National Health Policy 2017, it is mentioned that we have to upskill our competency of our general practitioner. It is part of the national mandate already. The existing National Health Policy says that we have to upskill and according to that mandate, we have to develop short courses, skill courses, and since they are not available, it is incumbent upon us to develop it, as we are the people most exposed to this, domain of knowledge, discipline, whatever you call it. So this is my, basic suggestions to you. Look at the existing WHO documents, 2002 and 11 from Colombo and Jakarta. These are already deliberated upon, and develop those intermediate and basic level courses. Use the one from the AIMS Kalyani. We also have some experience with Medversity course, which we accredited, and also the long history of the PGDFM of CMC Vellore, where they are training medical officers in Chhattisgarh, Bihar, Jharkhand, and other places. You can look at those courses also, because PGDFM is a 2 years distance learning program. And this all come in the domain of the Government of India mandate in National Health Policy 2017. So this is my request to the AFPI leaders, IMA, our College of Family Physicians of India, under the agencies of AFPI, and we should roll over it on a regular basis. Even fellowship can be started for anyone, any discipline, preclinical, paraclinical, those who are interested in practice, because ultimately all doctors wanted to do practice. We all wanted to become practicing doctors of our cities. That was our dream when we joined medical college. So anybody who is not practicing but wanting to practice, is our responsibility to train them. Whether they are medical officers from other disciplines, even if they are specialists, we know that PGDFM program, many super specialists have joined because they are fed up with their own, for whatever reason, they want to do family practice. I know people who are from anesthesia, psychiatry, surgery, who have started family practice. For whatever reason, I don't want to go into those details. So these are my suggestions. Thank you very much.